Good morning, everybody. It is October 5th, a little after 8 o'clock in the morning, getting our day rolling. As you can see, there's the sun. The sun is coming up. Going to be a wonderful day out here on the farm. Have some brush piles and log piles to burn. Get those going, and then other things to be done. Hope everybody's having a great day. This really is a great time of year. The mornings are cool and crisp. The bugs are all gone, no more mosquitoes, and the leaves have all come off the trees and the brush, which gives you a lot more visibility. Like I mentioned, this morning's mission is to go get some fires started, so the four-wheeler was the vehicle of choice. First stop is to go over to the dozer and get it fired up so it's warming up. This is for two reasons. The first, we'll need it to push the piles together after they burn down a little bit to get them to completely burn. And second, even though it's cold, frosty, and no wind, we like to make sure the dozer's warmed up and ready, just in case we need it for a problem. Dozer fired up. Let it warm up for a bit. We're at that point, the ponds will start to get ice at any time. And this is that area with the piles we burned last week. It's a great feeling to be able to drive by and see the piles all gone. There's definitely a lot of work left to do to this field, but a big hurdle has been overcome. Now just have to be patient and wait until next spring so we can start working the fields again when it thaws out. But that time will be here before we know it. Okay, we jump across the road to the lot on the other side, the one we refer to as Lot 25. These are the piles we'll be burning today. Spent a majority of the summer with a grapple making piles out of the big logs and some of the smaller stuff too. I think I've mentioned before, we definitely can mulch the larger logs. It just takes a while, so it's a little easier just to pile them up to burn them. At this point, this field is about half cleared, maybe a little more. And with the weather the way it is, it's a great opportunity to get these piles burned, and then Dave will be over here mulching all day so he can keep an eye on them. Let's get to burning. These will burn up relatively quick. They're not very big, and they're full of dry spruce. They'll be gone in no time. Let's get a few more going. Well, there's that first pile. It's been about maybe 10 minutes. Maybe. And then bright light. Second pile. It's getting there. And third pile, which I just lit, and it's getting going. Well, walking back over to the dozer. Now we got those fires burning. Sun is up. The wind has quit. I mean, barely a breeze, which is good. You can see a little smoke from the fires we started. Not much, which is nice. They're burning good and hot and clean. This is the area where the road will be going. So they'll be clearing that brush off here, I guess, in a week or so. A little more, maybe. I think the 15th is when they're due to start. If we look, this is where we started the fires last Saturday. Nothing but a few little piles. They're still smoldering a little. It's okay, let them finish doing their thing. They're gone. Definitely some sticks in the field still. But we'll go around and pick up the ones we can, and then either Mulch what's left, or just disc it in. Well, here we are coming back onto that lot where we started all of the fires. And basically in the time it took to start the fires and then walk over to the dozer about a half mile away and bring it back, the fires are doing very well. It's still going to be a little while before they're burned down enough to take the dozer and consolidate them. But the fact that the dozer is nearby and it'll be idling and waiting, and I can jump on the four-wheeler and go around and tend to the fires and keep an eye on them. No matter how many times we do this, it always impresses me as to how hot they get and how quickly they burn up. We're about an hour into burning piles. Probably in 2 or 3 hours, these will be burned down to pretty much nothing, which is good. Consolidate. Okay, it's that time that everybody's been waiting for. The weather's been nice for a little over a week, and the grain has had time to dry out. And it is a beautiful, warm, sunny afternoon, so it's a great opportunity to try out the combine. Okay, now keep in mind, this is the first time I have ever run a combine, and it is the first time this combine has been used in a very long time. And we were very fortunate to have had the opportunity to pick this one up. As we've mentioned before, combines are very hard to come by in Alaska, otherwise you'll have to buy one from the lower 48 and have it shipped up, which is extremely expensive. Well, we're almost to the field, so we can get started. It's hard to describe how incredibly beautiful a field of wheat is. Okay, I don't know if everybody remembers, we picked this combine up at an auction last year, and it had been sitting in a barn for a very long time. But it runs very well, and everything operates the way it's supposed to. I know for some of you watching, running a combine is second nature. And throughout these video clips, you'll probably see things that we're doing wrong. So definitely feel free to give some advice, as this is just a test, and we'll hopefully know a whole lot more for next year. But the one major item with this combine, when it was being prepared for the auction, and the old farm had a lot of brush grown up around it. So for some reason, the folks putting the auction together used this combine to cut a bunch of small brush. And I say small brush, some of it was about the size of your thumb. Well, to say the least, that got all up into the internals of the combine. I do not think it damaged anything, but I spent a day trying to get out as much as I could. And as you can tell from this video, the wheat straw is coming out, but there's no chaff or anything blowing out. So it appears where the fan is plugged up as well. I was in hopes it would clear itself out, but that is apparently not the case. And since we had very little grain to combine, we went ahead and got through the grain and did the best we could, which meant the tank was very dirty with chaff and other pieces of debris. So at this point, we'll have to take apart whatever it takes to get down to the fan to make sure it is completely cleaned out. I'm sure glad it was only a couple of acres to learn on, instead of trying 100 acres or more. Well, good morning everybody. 7 a.m. headed out to the farm. It's a little dark. That's okay though. It's supposed to be a little dark the first week of October. Kind of a short day at the farm for me. I've got a few things to do. I'll check on the fires, and Dave will be out there working today, so it's okay. See you guys out there. There's the morning routine. Blow filters out, grease unit. Well, time to get this day started. Dave's cleaning and prepping the mulcher for the day. And I'll be working on getting that combine cleaned out and ready to store for the winter. We sure do appreciate everybody watching. Please subscribe if you like what you see. It's going to be that time of year the videos may be a little shorter and spaced out a little more as we just slow down. But we'll look forward to seeing you here next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.